You guys hear the jetpack engage. Tizo and Yeska from across the room inspecting these gemstones. You quickly and abruptly turn around to see the glow of this jetpack flying in the air as Raven twists. Dran, you're astonished as this happens in a split second as you are looking towards the cave behind you as you hear this strange clicking noise and these, it seems like stomps of a large creature that seems to come into this space. Now, remind me, lighting-wise, did we have anything that was lit, or were you guys all using abilities? Like, what was the lighting in here? I cannot remember exactly what you guys did. I know Raven has her helmet, which allows her to see, I believe.
I also have my scanner goggles that I just bought. Lets me see.
You had your scanner goggles on. Okay.
And I mean, like,
yeah,
I can. No, I can't really see because it's not heat. I don't know. I imagine that I was just kind of navigating through residual heat signatures and where my party was.
Sure.
So.
All right. Well, you know what I need everybody to do? I need everybody to.
Can I get my shots off? Because I was firing without.
Well, the way this works is there's not really a surprise round in Star Wars, so
you can't really fire from the hip.
Yes.
Are we cool or vigilant?
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Dran and Raven, you two are cool.
Damn it.
Right.
Okay, and then erase mine.
Okay, and Tizo and Yeska, you guys will be vigilant because Dran and Raven were aware that this thing was coming, and the other two were not. So.
Nice, Doctor.
I just need to be unaware from like now on.
Yeah, same.
Because I roll like 4 dice compared to 2.
Same.
Even though it
I
wasn't
need
that
to
good.
up my cool points is what I'm hearing.
Okay. I got the NPC on there. Okay, it looks like I got everybody in the order. Oh, everybody gets to go before the creature goes.
Okay.
Look at that. Oh,
Okay.
and this PC is actually, we got a 2-1 ahead of a 2-0. Okay. Nice. So let me show you a picture. I think some of you have seen it, but I'm going to go ahead and put this on our Twitch stream so everybody can see what this thing looks like. I can put this, and that should show you guys in the map there. This is the creature, show to everyone, that is emerging into the...
That,
yeah.
Michael,
Okay.
no personal photos, please.
Wow.
It's definitely insect-like, but also has these jagged protrusions coming out from it all over its body. It looks like these are thick, hard plates that are covering it all over. It looks like it's pretty naturally armored, and it's coming through, and it's got these strange little tentacle things that dangle from the front of it as it comes in, and it's salivating from these sharp teeth that are dangling from the front of its mouth. And it also has these kind of hammerhead-esque eyes that seem to stick out through these little branches that stick out from his head. So it's a very grotesque-looking creature. It's Silhouette 3, so it's basically standing pretty high. It had to kind of duck to get through some of this tunnel as it comes into the room. And Raven, I guess since PC is the #1 slot, you can go ahead and get your shots off now if you'd like to do it.
Yes, please.
I would say your maneuver is probably your movement with your fly with your jetpack.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my quick strike, so I'll get a boost. What's the difficulty on this as I'm shooting?
You guys are technically in short range, so it would be 1 purple die for your shot difficulty.
Okay.
Against the lobster from Hades.
There we go.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. That's a 11, 12, 13 plus 4 is 17 for my point blank. And then
Okay.
I'm also going to add deadly accuracy. When acquired, choose one combat skill. I've chose my range light, so it adds a +3 damage on top of that.
Oh, +3.
Smoke this
Yeah.
fool.
Yeah, so that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage.
20 damage. Nicely done. So did you did you have to activate that with advantages, did you say?
No, it's
Okay.
just something I've taken that I can
One of your abilities?
when I hit with that skill, which is the range light,
Mhm.
I can add deadly accuracy +3.
Nice. That is a good skill. Very cool. So you have 3 advantages, and that weapon can crit on a 2. if
I'll
you-
crit and
Okay.
pass it forward to my next party member.
Okay, next PC will get a boost. Make sure you guys remember that, whoever rolls next.
Is Vicious 4 part of the crit?
It is. It's a plus 40 on your
Okay.
crit roll. So I'm going to roll a
Oh.
crit with an offset of 40. Let's roll the critical. Limb crippled until
Oh,
healed
yes.
or replaced. So basically, you shot one of its legs off in the process of this.
Ooh.
Nice.
And all checks that use that limb will be 1 difficulty die. Unfortunately, this creature has lots of limbs, but you definitely got rid of one of
You know
them.
what?
And one thing you do notice as you're firing off these shots as you're in the air is these armored plates are actually kind of deflecting some of the impact as you shoot. So you get the idea. You're looking at it. This heavy armored plates are allowing it to soak a lot more than you anticipated.
Okay.
That's my way of saying mechanically this creature has a pretty high soak score.
Gotcha.
All right.
She did damage though, right? Like it looks
She
hurt.
did, yeah,
at
it
least?
looks hurt, and one of its limbs just got from right at the
Okay.
hinge of the one
Yeah.
limb is completely just destroyed and just squirting this black ichorish blood around the
Throw that
around
thing
the
on the
cape.
grill. Yeah.
That's it.
Nothing more than black licorice.
That's it. Anything else that you want to do, Raven?
That's it.
Okay, so the next PC can go.
I think Dran should go since he and Raven were the ones who clocked this thing first.
Raven, clarifying question. When you went up with your jetpack, did you go up and back, like farther out of the way from this creature? Okay. So now you're 1 range band farther back. So you're at medium with Tizo and Yeska.
And I'm closer to the creature. Is that?
Yes, you're the closest one to the creature right now.
You're all
That's
Oh,
it.
could I have like stayed up and but stayed in short? Like if I'm behind Dran,
Yeah,
like
you could just go up into the air.
yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
you can do that.
I don't wanna leave seeing Doctor. Yeah, I don't wanna leave him alone.
She thinks about it and then just goes
Yeah,
scoots up a little
hovers.
bit.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, that said, who in the party is the most likely to go charge right into a creature and
Who do you
attack
think?
it? Well, it's not a droid though.
Okay. Okay. Next time we see a droid, I'm throwing it at you.
Yeet!
all the droids like tell stories throughout the Star Wars version of the internet. You know, like warning. They call him the virus.
Question for you, Michael. We maintain our strain from session to session, right? Like it doesn't refresh or anything.
Technically, it's supposed to, but I was gonna say in this situation, since
Okay,
it was
still
kind of
have it.
like we stopped right as an encounter was starting, I would say you still have it. Yeah.
Okay, and being that I triumphed on initiative, did I get 2 maneuvers this turn? Is that how that works?
Yeah, you got 2 free
All right.
maneuvers.
I'm gonna use the first one to use one of my newer abilities called Flows Through All Things. I can, I can perform a maneuver to recover strain equal to my force points. So I'll relax my strain a little bit. Try to calm down in the face of fear here.
Perfect.
So we got that. So we had that, and then I'm gonna take a shot at this thing
Okay.
with the old blaster.
It'd be 1 purple die as your difficulty.
1 purple die.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't think. I guess I don't. Did Raven pass any
Yes, a boost.
boosts?
Yep.
1 boost. Okay.
Now that the creature is like focused in on her, you get kind of like an advantage on your shot.
All right, I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna fire wildly at it.
All right, you got it.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Pew, pew, pew.
So do you get any
Sure.
bonuses to your damage, or is the
Pierce
total-
2. So if it has two of its soak, I could probably get through.
And you did a total, that'd be 10 plus 2 would be 12 damage.
Yeah, 12 damage. Only 10 of which is soakable.
What's funny about this is you just barely broke it. You put a little dent in it.
So I'm firing away with my souped up blaster, and it's just like a little like ding.
Yeah. You were able to pierce it, but only because you had pierce on that weapon.
Jeez.
Guys, and then with my last maneuver, I'm going to let's see. And I'm thinking how the distance work. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, it's not engaged with you yet. It has to move up to you guys to be engaged.
Yep.
It's still within that 1 range band, though.
okay, my last maneuver here. I'm going to use the old forces my ally to strain a little bit to use a force as a maneuver to try to put up some battle meditation here.
Oh, okay. Here comes the battle meditation, guys.
Yeah, if I can remember how it works. It's been a while. I've been holding it up the whole time. I think I just have to do my force rating, right? Which is 2, 3. Okay, I have to tap into the dark side to do this.
Oh my god. Yeah, you do.
Ooh.
I've got to flip three of these. 1 to activate, 1 to get the range out to medium, and 1 to enhance it with the strength, so everyone gets the +2.
You mean 3 pips, not 3 dice?
3 pips.
3 pips.
Okay.
You got it. So you're going to
Yeah.
suffer 3 conflict and 3 strain, and you have to flip a destiny point over to the dark side there to do
Okay.
it.
It's
As
3 plus
you're-
2 for doing.
After you calmed yourself down, that fear is just boiling back up there, Dran, somehow. It's
Yep. That was 3 conflict. Okay. See, I guess I'm just pumping everyone full of my like fear and
Oh yeah.
terror at this thing and getting everyone hyped up. And that's
Got
it for my turn.
Perfect. So everyone now gets 2 successes on their
2 automatic successes on combat checks.
combat checks. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us to the 3rd PC. Are you staying? So you're staying put in that range band?
I have used all my maneuvers,
Okay.
so
You got it.
yeah.
Okay, I have a few questions.
Okay.
How far is it away from me? You said
I think
2
we're at
range.
medium.
Medium range. Yeah. So it'd be you have to move up 1 to get to close, and then 1 to engage. So it'd be 2
Correct.
range bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that changes what I was going to do a little bit. Okay, so I will commit a force to mark for death as a maneuver.
Okay.
So it gives me 2 automatic advantages on it while it remains committed. And then I am going to move up a range band, so I take 2 strain, correct, for
Yep.
doing that.
Yep, pushing yourself beyond your limits, suffering 2 strain as you run forward through the skeletal remains
Mhm.
of the dragon laying there.
As I'm running, I ignite my lightsaber, and I am going to Hawkbat swoop once I get within short range.
There it is, folks.
So,
This
uh,
this is what
right-
you've been waiting for, folks.
This is what you didn't know you were waiting for.
so that is 2 purple, if I'm correct, for
is.
melee.
Yes.
Okay, I get a blue boost for my attacking before it goes. So here we go. Okay, so that's 2 more damage because of the Dran's thing. So it's +3. I get 2 extra because of my mark for death. So I'm going to activate Linked with 2 of those. So I have 3 left. So I hit it twice, and I will crit 3 times.
Okay. So say your total damage again. So you got 9 plus 1
so it's
here. So it's 10 here plus
12. 12 total.
12 total. Okay.
Times 2 because of the linked
Okay.
property.
Now breach 1 means it
goes through 10 soak, I
goes through
think.
10 soak.
Yeah.
Okay. So it actually still has a little soak left over. So it is going to
Jeez.
soak a little bit of your lightsaber shots.
Dang.
So you said it was 12 times 2, so 24.
Because of link, because I hit twice.
Right. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. It's 24 points of damage. And then a crit with plus 30 on it. Plus 40 because it already has a critical injury.
Right.
So.
Nice. Okay, I'll roll that crit right now. So we got plus. Well, I'll take the. So I'll put 30 because it's automatically going to
Correct.
add the other one.
Yes.
So we'll roll this critical and see what we got. Is this a fearsome wound? Increase the difficulty of all presence and willpower checks by 1 difficulty die until the end of the encounter. Go ahead and describe. Your lightsaber does definitely tear this thing up. It is not dead. But it is very badly hurt now.
Instead of leaping this time, he does something a little bit different where since there's not a force like speed or force run ability in this game, I'm going to like flavor Hawkbat swoop like that. So basically you just see Tizo just start to like move very fast and then dart forward towards this thing. And as it's going through, he makes a slash through and then comes back on the other side, like just basically almost like kind of like the Flash, kind of,
Awesome.
looking like.
You know what I imagine? I imagine back when I used to play Street Fighter 2, and I do like the moves where they have the flash, like the effects going back from the person, like tiger uppercut,
Yeah.
all that stuff. That is awesome. Yeah, so you guys watch Tizo fly up and just swinging this lightsaber around, spinning it over his head, hacking through some of these limbs. You actually you destroy another one of the limbs. It goes flying across the room. This creature begins to reel and just scream out with this terrible clicking noise as it's going about, trying to gain purchase.
That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. That brings us to
All right.
Yeska.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try out my new blaster pistol that I picked up
That's right.
last episode. So I'm gonna fire this thing. So it's a 1 purple.
Well, if you have to, you'll have to move closer to make it 1.
Well,
purple.
I thought my thing was a medium blaster pistol.
It is, but
like medium range.
all ranges have a specific difficulty that go with them. Short for a gun is always 1 purple. Medium for a gun is always 2 purple. Long is 3 purple. Extreme 4 purple.
And the range is a cap.
Got you.
On how far
The
we can
range,
shoot, right?
and that's a cap for
All
how
right.
far.
I've always
that
been a
gun-
lightsaber kind of a guy, and so I didn't know the rules.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll move up. I'll move up to short range.
Okay. And for everybody except for Raven, because I think she has an ability that prevents it, when you get into engaged range, it goes from 1 purple back up to 2 when you have a gun. Because it's harder to hit somebody closer that way when you're engaged with them.
Yeah, I haven't done the gun kata training yet, but I still have an upgrade from my blindness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we go.
Nice!
There you go.
Plus, you have 2 successes from Dran. That's
thanks.
So that's 11
It's 11.
total damage.
Yeah.
Okay. The threat will be just with the overall situation as you're running forward towards this creature that is probably a little bit out of your range to see. Then once you finally get visual on this thing, it does kind of freak you out a little bit. So you can take one point of strain.
It's like a amorphous blob of red, and then suddenly it's just all red.
Yeah, that's right.
In my field of vision.
That's right. So you'll take 1 point of strain for that threat. And
Fair.
what you notice, and what everybody notices, 11 damage doesn't seem to be enough to break through the armor of this thing. So that shot goes and like ricochets and like hits part of the wall somewhere off to the side.
I got it.
You got it.
So that was a maneuver
It
and an
palpable
action.
hits.
Did you want to suffer 2 strain to take an additional maneuver, Yeska? Or
No, thank you.
all right. So teams Yeska moved up to short. Tizo's engaged.
Yep.
Raven's at short. Duran's at short.
Yep.
This thing gets to go.
Great.
It's very badly hurt. It has some critical injuries. Okay.
It gives up.
This thing has, with those tentacles, this thing has a pretty significant reach. So it can actually hit anyone within short range of it. So it is going to just make its attack, and I'm just gonna roll random to see who it targets. Because it's basically
It's food.
Yeah, I was hoping it was just gonna go straight
so
for me. So
it's anyone, but not everyone.
it could be anybody. So the way I do this is
Right.
I normally use a D4 to generate who our triggered morality is usually. So I'm going to use that same roll on this to see which one of it targets you. I have assigned number for each of you on this die.
Okay.
I won't tell you because I don't want to give anything up. So
Okay.
I'm gonna. Oh boy.
I bet I'm 3.
Oh boy. Dran, it targets you.
Okay, Michael, I see how it is. Okay.
So it's
This
going...
is for leaving kindred list.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, oh, look, it landed on you, MG.
No,
For
I
all
would
the
never.
I think
dinners
this
that
thing,
you've
this thing has a
enjoyed
taste
on
for
Mon
seafood,
Cala.
is what it is. This
Yeah,
thing's looking
yeah.
for a fish taco.
It's getting revenge.
Yep.
Michael's craving sushi right now.
The
That's
good
all.
news for you.
Oh, there's good news.
Well, I missed this on the first attack rolls. I should have applied it, so this is a mistake on my part. But because it's Silhouette 3, the difficulty has changed on some of these. So your attacks should have been decreased by 1. The difficulty
Like easier to hit.
easier to hit it because it's bigger.
Oh, most of us were 1 anyway, right? So it would have been.
Yeah, it would
Fine.
have
Because
probably
it's
still
zero.
been 1.
Stayed at 1,
It would
probably.
have
Help
probably
me a
stayed at 1.
tiny little bit.
The attackers,
You hit it.
because you guys are smaller than this creature, it's a little bit harder to hit you guys for it. So it actually
Oh.
adds a little bit of difficulty onto this. So
Okay,
it is going
It's
to
like
make
trying
it...
to squash really quick ants.
That's right. That's right. So it's going to be, instead of what would be normally 2 purple dice, it's going to be 3 purple dice. But I am going to spend a destiny point, and I am going to upgrade its attack once.
All right.
Any takers? You want me to flip back?
It's all good. Let's see what
Grant's
this thing's
got
got.
this.
Let's see what it, see
Yeah, I'm
what
not
it- see what
afraid.
it's got. Okay. Let's see.
I believe in the doc.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 2. Oh, do we have any black dice on that for setback? Is there anything setback?
Oh,
Dran?
I have 1 armor.
One armor?
So
You got it.
that's 1 black.
I'll add that. Yeah, that will be helpful.
My soak is 3, so whatever this thing does, I get to soak 3 of it.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Boy.
Okay.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Yeah.
So it does hit for 16 damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
16 damage. Well, do I soak
You
3
soak
of it?
3, so it'd be 13
Okay.
damage.
So I'm at 13 out of 12.
Oh,
So I'm down.
You're down. Okay.
Yeah.
It is going to.
So I think I take a crit already
You will take a
because
crit.
I go down, right?
Yeah, you're gonna take an auto
Is that how it
crit.
works?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna use the triumph for a crit on this one, so you can go ahead and just roll your crit.
Oh.
I'm gonna use it for
Oh,
something
okay.
else. It has another ability that I'm gonna use it for.
Oh no.
oh, great.
Okay. My next skill check, if I wake up, I
if I wake up.
I'm also going to use the 2 advantages to put 1 point of damage on your blaster with Sunder.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
So your
Gotta do
your
that.
blaster, as it hits the ground, part of it
Yeah.
gets dented a little bit, and it's not in mint condition anymore.
So I'll move it to minor condition or something.
Yeah, I think it's like the next one down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has an ability that the creature can spend Triumph to do a sweep attack.
Oh God.
On a successful
Oh.
check to hit a target, as well as anyone engaged with the target. So I'm going to make a secondary attack against Tizo as it's swinging these tentacles around to smack him as well. So,
Okay.
So Tizo, that's still going to be 3 purple difficulty. Is how many setbacks do I add to that?
1 second. Let me find my armor and stuff. I'm in the wrong category. Okay. I have 1 defense.
Okay.
I will use my dodge incidental,
Okay.
which I think takes a strain for me to do. But I
Izo,
think
use the force. I say through the through the
No,
air.
you can't do that. You're not dead yet.
It's the last
That's right.
thing he said.
Where does my dodge thing go? Hello, where are you at? Oh, okay. Yeah. May perform a dodge incidental. Suffer number strain. Yeah. Then upgrades difficulty.
Okay.
So upgrades the difficulty.
The good news about this is I cannot spend another destiny point on this turn to upgrade the attack. So,
Yes, thank you.
because that's against the rules. All right. Yeah, so here comes the sweeping attack against you, Tizo. That's going to be a successful hit for 16 total damage.
I'm at 13 of 13.
Oh, so you're still up. You're still conscious.
Oh, am I? Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
have to
I
do
thought I
one
was
over,
unconscious.
right?
It's
You
what,
have
it's
to
what you
exceed.
exceed.
Oh, thank
is when you
God.
come out.
Because I was at 13
I
out of
have
12.
3 soak.
Oh my god, I forgot how squishy you all are compared to me.
Yeah. I have no.
Raven's like flying 30 feet in the air, like.
And when this tentacle sweeps around, it slams into Tizo. Tizo, you get slammed up against one of its like razor sharp limbs, and it just squashes you against itself, and then you teeter back, and you can see Tizo's just like wobbling around there trying to regain his composure. Dran is laid out. His gun is just on the ground, just laying there in front of the skeletal remains of the crate dragon from the middle of the room. I don't think 1 advantage is enough to activate any of those other things, so I'm just going to pass a boost to the next NPC turn.
I wonder what NPC is gonna get that.
Yeah.
And
None of it,
going
because it's gonna be dead.
That's going to end the round and bring us to top of the round.
All right, Christy.
Should I light him up or should I save Dren? Do you got doctor? Or do you...
I personally think one of you all should save Duran.
All right.
Tizo is pissed, so he's just going to attack. He's not like thinking of that right now. One of y'all.
I'll take a look at the doctor. I think that Raven has a significant.
I think I have a better chance
advantage.
of taking this down than.
Yeah, I think you do.
So-
I think Yeska goes for Drain. You go.
Does
for the
Yeska
creature.
have Sims like out of character? Do I know if we all like loaded up
Yeah,
on?
we all have.
I think we all bought
There's
one.
probably one sticking out of my pocket too.
Okay. Then- yeah,
Like
I'm
a
just.
pen.
Yeah, like we all all got med kits.
Dran's got
and
his pocket protector full of
Protector, yeah.
stims. Yes.
stuff.
One of them is poison. Watch out.
I'm not gonna leave the range band, but I'm gonna try and maneuver to like get his attention. Like I'll use my maneuver to get his attention to keep his eyes off Yeska.
So you just want to do like a radius kind of move? Like
Yeah.
around it? Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna light him up. I'm gonna. Checking my new shit. Is anything gonna help me? Okay. I will I'll just shoot him up.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a light side
Okay.
to upgrade my attack. Oh, honey.
my
honey.
my
Jesus.
God.
Plus 4 on top of that. So it's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage.
22 damage.
And there's 4 advantage. Let's see what I can use with this.
You could crit twice with it. Do
I know
another
I
critical
can
to
crit
it.
twice, but I have other things. Let me just double check.
With that, I
I'm
would
gonna-
have white wine.
I'm gonna just tell you right now that you will not need to critical this creature. That will be enough raw damage that it will take it down.
Nice.
So
Crit
if
kill.
you want to go ahead and describe how you drop it, go ahead.
I want to go for the kneecaps and bring it down.
Okay.
And I want to land on its head and shoot one more time right through the skull as it's like.
Oh,
Starship Troopers style.
yeah, just right down through it. And as its head just like lowers, it lowers you down to the ground and you just step off of it.
Step off, yay!
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And it's just smoking this hole in the top of its head. And as you did that, Raven, you realized that actually where you shot it is a weak point in its armor. Like the back of its head had like a weak point. You fired right through it, and the smoke just starts to pour out of it, and the blood and the ichor kind of sizzles from the blaster fire. This thing is just, it doesn't have any legs left. It's just these little stubbles that are just like down there at the side. And Tizo, you barely like dodge out of the way as it slams down near like where you were underneath it. And that will take us out of this encounter. As you guys see, look around, Dran is flat out there over on the side, face
Sprawled out.
Sprawled out.
I scramble over to him and jab him with a.
I'll land
with a stim pack.
beside
All right.
Tizo. Jab him in the arm a little bit too
It
hard.
comes back with a stab.
Pulp Fiction. Style.
It's 5 wounds.
Five,
Yeah,
okay.
5 for the first. Mhm.
Okay. Oh. Where is it? Where is it?
Why are you hitting me?
Because this was your idea, and I didn't want to come in here. I took conflict points last time. I didn't want to come in here.
How long did it take you guys to kill that thing?
Not very long. Raven is a very good shot.
Are you
Are you okay, Doctor?
Yeah.
I think I'm fine.
Did you both
Why
get...
did not grab the poison one?
Did Tizo get crit too?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just like I just like fall back
You're-
and just sit down.
Okay.
I'm not looking super hot right now.
Take a breather. I'm gonna check out this body.
Remember,
there
you
was-
guys can, since this is technically the end of encounter, you guys can roll your simple discipline or cool check to see if you can regain any strain from that conflict.
I-
Mhm.
Woo.
It's 2 for Dran. There we go.
Yeah, feeling a little cool.
Whoa,
Feeling good to be back.
Tizo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Yeska, you got all those advantages, but no
I am
successes.
so cool.
So cool.
There's 3 for Raven, and we got, what, 5 for Tizo, so that helps the strain out.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there taking a breather for a second.
Tizo, do you
Looking at my
need a
blaster.
stim pack as well?
No, I've got it. I take one out myself and.
Get another 4.
Oh, did you stim me?
I stimmed. When I
Oh,
punched you in the arm, I stimmed you.
I thought you were just punching me in my arm. I didn't hear
No.
you say-
That's
I
why that's why an
slipped you.
extra hurt that time is like,
Okay.
Ow!
Yeah, I will go ahead and do another one because I'm still at 8 from that, so
Okay.
I'm down to
Okay.
4 now.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
Say that.
Alright.
Just a warm up for what might be to come. So
What do we know about this strange evil creature?
I'm checking out the creature, see if I can figure out what's going on here, or if we can like salvage anything from this body.
Yeah, I'll get out my scalpel and help investigate.
You guys may be able to remove
Your
some of
laser
its
scalpel.
armored plates. They
Yeah, we
might
can probably sell that.
they might be worth something.
Sure.
that
I mean,
would-
yeah, you could make some armor out of that.
you could
Yeah.
potentially. It's You can tell this thing is, it's made for like environments like this, rugged environments, harsh atmospheres. Also, like just being underground in general, very insect-like. But it looks like it has all those two tentacles are used to kind of be able to like wrap around things and grab and move things, and the razor sharp ends of its feet. That's definitely what went through that dead body that you guys seen before. Is it can trample people and just drive those through them as well.
Yeah.
Weak points are definitely the knees and the head area seem to be the weak points in the armor.
Yeah, I think we should harvest some of these scales.
Might as well for our effort.
As you
Sure.
guys, as
if
you guys
it's
are
that
preparing that, I
difficult to
need
hit.
everybody to make a vigilance check for me with 3 purple dice as your difficulty.
Oh, fun. Fail.
Oh, wow. Fail, nothing. Raven got a success.
Hold on, I need to check something. Okay, I can add a boost due to my uncanny reaction. So
Nice.
I keep forgetting about that.
Oh, yeah.
Where we're at right now, because we've worked our way through so many things from our character trees, is I've got like a gajillion things to look at every time I need to make a check.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys have leveled up quite a bit. You guys have.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Well,
That's.
You
Yeah.
failed, but something extraordinary happens because of it.
Tell me what.
That's
Tell
fun.
me more, Michael.
Well, Raven did succeed on the check that I was calling for, so I will tell Raven what she sees, and I'll kind of describe maybe how you help her. Raven, there's audio chatter, a little bit of audio chatter coming in on your. It's just blinking up in your audio screen. You're not really sure what it is at first. And Yeska doesn't hear it or see anything. But Yeska, you get the idea based off of the way you can see things. You're getting a slight vibration. Like there's a slight vibration coming from somewhere within this facility, this mine.
picking up some audio channels.
We have got to get out of here. I've got a very bad feeling about this.
I said that before we entered.
I should have listened to you. You were right.
Thank you.
We can sing your praises more at a later time. Right now, I think we get out of the cave.
I agree.
Aren't you curious of who's on the radio, though? We were sent to check it out.
Someone's on a radio?
Is it like radio frequency or is it just like background noise?
It's a vibration. You don't think it's radio frequency.
It's not radio frequency.
Something,
okay, so it's just
something
interference.
It's just some kind of vibration that's causing. It's at least causing a little bit of a sound. It's like when your air conditioner's running and you don't realize it, and there's like a constant background hum or buzz that you don't realize is there unless you're really paying attention to it.
If I were to like scan the area, does it get louder? Like, does it look like the audio gets louder if I go towards a certain direction in this
Are you
cavern?
just looking or are you moving about?
I'll move in a close range band around my party to see if it any one direction.
It seems like the farther back towards the back of this cavern that you move in this pit, it starts to get a little progressively louder.
It's probably from that direction further in.
Is that where the creature came from?
No, it's the opposite side from where the creature came.
Side.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't curious at all what that is? Sounds
I'm a
like
little curious.
interesting. We don't even know what could be down here. It's fascinating stuff.
I find it
Anyway.
fascinating that the two people that almost just died still want to continue.
I was completely fine. I did not almost die. And if Raven wouldn't have taken it out, I would have taken it out.
And I turn and kind of like I mean to look over at Raven and like roll my eyes, but I look like right at you, Tizo, and just kind of roll my eyes as you know, like, mistaking whoever I'm looking at.
No, that is the creature's blood, not mine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here's an idea then. Why don't you just take a breather here, especially the two of you. I can stealth ahead and see what I can pick up.
Oh, I mean,
not
I'm
going to
fine.
engage. You.
I'm fine.
Hang back a bit.
Because Tizo might have forgotten that he actually has a 5 soak instead of 3 soak, so he's a little bit better than he thought he was.
Okay.
So he was hamming it up.
Yep.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
He was
All right,
he was playing everybody.
I will
that
stay with
was-
the
Basketball
doctor,
player
but,
gets shoved, or a soccer player, and they
Yeah,
fall on the ground and
yeah.
flap around.
He flops around.
Yeah. I had to make it like seem like the doctor wasn't the only one that might potentially go down, you know?
Okay.
That's
All right,
right.
I will stay with the doctor.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
You two go look
I'm gonna
ahead.
get left
Please
behind on that.
stay in the radio contact.
Yes.
Of
We
course.
should at least lag behind a little bit as I get up and. Oh,
Doctor, you just catch your breath.
I don't want to miss out if there's something interesting down there.
Tizo.
If they find something interesting, we'll be right behind them.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, we'll just lag a little behind.
Okay.
I mean,
Quietly.
we
voice.
could take anything that was down there though.
Tizo.
Just beyond. I am agreeing with you. We're not engaging. I'm just saying.
You're making excuses, and I don't want to hear them. Let's go.
So are you guys all moving together?
I'm trailing
No,
behind like a range band. I think. Yeah.
Me and Dran are trailing
Okay. So
several
basically-
meters.
So you were in this enclosed chamber. You had come up a tunnel that kind of curved, and it was in another large chamber where you saw like a bunch of damage and things that you came up. And there was two, I believe there was 2 other directions you could go. You could go straight, or you could go to the right at that intersection. Are you guys going back that way? The rumble that you guys heard was coming from like beyond the wall. Like you couldn't.
Oh, beyond the wall.
So we have to go
Yeah.
out and back around. I thought there was another exit to this
There's
room.
there's not another
Okay.
exit here. It's just an enclosed chamber, and the where you think the vibration is coming from was on the beyond the wall.
Okay.
Okay.
So we would have to go like to the right and then hope that it curves around. Is like.
Potentially, yeah. If that's
Yeah. So we're
yeah.
basically just gonna follow Raven's.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and
interference
use the
stuff.
audio
So,
sensors. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try and track it
Raven,
quietly.
Raven, one thing that you notice as you're leading the way and you're moving back down that way that you came to that middle chamber, that larger chamber that you guys made your way into, the audio signal seems to die down the farther away from that chamber that you get.
Okay.
And then it opens up into that large room where you guys saw like metal crates that had holes put through them. You see some piles that were just jostled over. Just a mess. It looks like a bunch of storage from the mine here in this area. There is a part on the left side. There's a little ledge that seemed to have been like naturally carved for like other storage, and they have like these big containers that are up there. Some of them are still blinking like little green lights on the tops of them and stuff. The one on the left looks like it got like one of the claws from one of those creatures might have drugged down the side of it and ripped it open. And there's just, it looks like whatever was in there was released or poured out, and it just made a huge mess on the floor below it. And that hallway that went straight when you guys originally went in this room just seems to go straight into darkness from there. The hallway that goes a little bit right seems to have a slight slope upward to it as you go that direction.
If I go right, I'll try going right for a little bit and try and see if the audio picks up again.
Because you just going to the right on the right direction there. Okay.
Mm.
Tizo, you following?
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody else is following at one range band behind. Okay.
Yep.
You guys continue to creep up. The farther and farther away you get from that room, Raven, it's almost non-existent now. Like you don't even see like a signal. But you do come to another open chamber as it flattens off once you get to the top, and it looks like some kind of vehicle is sitting over to the left of this room, and it looks as if it has these like kind of like wide tires on the bottom of it. It looks like kind of like a truck, a futuristic looking truck. It looks like it has some boxes and crates sitting on the back of it. It looks like only 2 people can actually sit in this vehicle. It's basically what you're thinking. It's kind of like a futuristic modified mine cart of some sort.
Yeah.
A hauler.
Sounds like a gator.
Yeah, kind of like a gator. That's right. Yeah. But it looks like they might have been using it. You do notice that there is a dead body like hanging out the door. And its arms are just like hanging out over it, like it was driving and is just leaning out over. You do notice that there are a few other corpses. One of them looks like it got crushed by one of these massive storage boxes that fell on it. And all you can see are feet basically sticking out from under the crate. But you guys are free to explore this area. There is a tunnel that leads straight ahead of you where you walked in, and there is a tunnel that leads to the left and seems to just disappear into darkness.
Which way would be closer to the noise, like gauging?
The left would take you back in that direction. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna check the body in the driver's seat first, just to see if there's any identifiers or keys, anything. Just looking to see if there's any, identifiers to who these people were, or who this person was.
Okay. As you pick up the body, you quickly notice that the face of this individual has been very badly damaged. And then as you look closer at the car, it looks like something landed on the front of the car or drove into the front of the car and kind of crushed down on the individual. And they must have that was their final position whenever they left. But it does look like a weak way.
A what?
A weak way.
Were those the guys we saw back when we had that fight with
Cad Solis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've got kind of like gray, rock-like features.
They're rock-like flesh to them. Yeah.
Weren't we told that they might have been hired to help?
They were probably hired. Hut.
Yeah, the Hut cartel.
Yeah.
Mercenaries.
They're very much hired out individuals. They're pretty much they'll hire out and do anything if the price is right.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
They do a lot of work with the Huts because they'll be mercenaries. They'll also be guards. They'll be miners. Whatever you pay them to do, they'll do it.
When I catch up, can I see like if the bodies have been dead for a long time? Like, are we talking?
You can go ahead. Do you have medicine as a skill? Go ahead and make a medicine check with 2 purple dice difficulty.
Okay, I'm also. I forgot. I have to take a whatchamacallit, a black setback from my critical wound because my next skill check basically.
Okay.
Is this medicine? Yeah.
Raven will start going left.
Hey,
that's pretty good.
Okay, I actually succeeded on one for once.
Nice one, Dran.
Yeah, you think a couple weeks maybe?
Okay.
Damn.
So it's been a little while, but it's not like they've been sitting here for a long time.
Not 30 years, it's like.
So decomposure has started to set in, and so the smell is starting to get there with some of these creatures. But not enough to where you can't tell what happened here and don't got an idea what's going on. But definitely what Raven thought, something like jammed, something fell on the truck or smashed into the truck and basically crushed his face and killed him instantly, probably.
I go left.
You go left?
I'm following.
Okay.
I'll catch up.
As you guys are following Raven and Tizo, I'm not going to make you roll for this. You do notice there are some drag marks on the floor of this mine.
Do we see like footprints like in front of the drag marks? Like, do they look like the spiky legged individuals or humanoid or?
You see some spiky marks in the ground there. Only occasionally. This ground here seems pretty solid, a little bit more solid than the rest, and it does look like it has an indication of this is a pathway traveled by that vehicle a lot. So it's been kind of packed down a little bit better than the rest of the areas. So, but yeah, you can see drag marks. You can see those little things. Looks like some of the drag marks actually overlap those things. Eventually, you see like little pieces of a garment. Looks like a piece of clothing that's been ripped off or something like that. It's just sitting there. You see another blaster pistol laying there on the right.
Hey, keep going.
Okay.
I pick up the blaster pistol.
All right. You pick up the blaster pistol. Well, aside from having a little dust on it, seems to be okay.
It's fine, we can sell it.
Making your way, you start to descend. Making your way. You start to descend as it looks like this goes a little bit steeper down. And you get to a point where it starts to turn a little bit to the left again, almost going back in that direction that you guys originally had come from. And you make your way into a large opening again once you get down to this, around this bend. And it's a lot colder here. Like, the more you go down, the cooler it becomes in here. And it looks like this chamber opens up, and it looks like there's several, like, smaller areas carved out in this chamber. It looks like the main mine area where they were actually mining for some of this material, this Ryll spice that they were after. And there's tools laying around scattered everywhere. There's boxes tipped over and spilled. There's broken things just everywhere. And it looks like in the back of the room there are also like 3 other tunnels that don't look as perfectly carved as the tunnels that you've been going through this whole time. They look a little bit rugged around the edges, but similar in size.
Can I try and pick up the direction of the hum out of these 3 tunnels?
Yeah. Actually, when you go towards all of the tunnels, that hum starts to be coming back up in your monitor. Not as strong as it was back when you were in that one chamber, but it's starting to get a little bit stronger.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to continue going left because that seems to be the direction that takes us back in, right?
Yes, it would. Yeah. So the left rugged tunnel.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll start going that way then.
Okay.
Try and make backtrack the long way.
Okay. These tunnels, you notice when you walk into them, they don't look as if they don't look cleanly cut. It doesn't look like these humanoids were working on these tunnels.
Mm.
And it's just rough going. Like, as you guys are starting to walk, it's not as flat and easy to traverse. So you guys do make your way in the tunnels, a little smaller than the bigger tunnels, but it's still pretty close. You start creeping your way in. Raven, you do, after about a few minutes, now your monitor is starting to pick up that rumble a little bit. And even the rest of you start to feel it in your feet a little bit. It's just this constant, like, hum vibration that's going through your feet as you walk slowly through this tunnel. Yeah, it's just barely there.
Can we tell if it's like something that is naturally occurring? Because if that were so, then it would be inconsistent as far as whatever kind of vibration frequency, or is it something that is very consistent and therefore machine?
Good question. Trying to see what kind of check this would be. I think this would be based off of your intelligence or intellect. But what are the skills you guys have that are based off of intellect?
Education.
What kind of
Astrogation.
There's mechanics,
mechanics might work.
medicine.
Because if you're trying to see if it's a mechanism or something mechanical making this vibration, that would be a mechanics check.
Yeah.
There's also xenology, which would be the creature aspect of it.
Yeah, you
See if it's like a heartbeat or like a hive
Anybody? Would this be?
I guess Underworld would be something different.
This isn't. This is a different Underworld right now.
Underworld.
Nice try though.
No, I was-
It says it on the sheet.
Yeah, it's Underworld.
Yeska, are you communicating this with the group, or is this just something you're thinking to yourself?
This is something I'm thinking to myself.
Okay. So
Because I didn't say it in my accent, and therefore I didn't say it. So,
so if you have what's it called? Xenology?
Yeah,
Is that-
Xenology.
Yeah.
If you have that, you can make a check on that.
okay.
That would be, I would say, 3 purple dice based off the fact that you guys are on an unfamiliar planet.
That's fair.
Are you trained at all in mechanics?
Mechanics, let's see.
Yeah. Do you have any skill points in mechanics or anything that would?
No, I just have a pretty decent intellect score.
Okay. Well, that will be a 3 purple dice as well, because you don't really have any training in it. So we'll call it 3 purple is the difficulty on.
So like
on either
I'm
check.
making a xenology check and a mechanics check.
Or whichever one you think is
Or
more.
they're both the same, so I'll go for it. Oof.
Oh, nice try.
You're straining. You're
Let
straining
me double
yourself.
check my sheet one time and see if I have anything I could add to that. Because some of the mystic stuff that I've got might be able to help me.
Okay.
No, I've got nothing. Sorry, guys.
So you strain yourself a bit trying to focus on this. So you take a point of strain as you're trying to just listening to this is it's just a constant vibration, and you can't quite pinpoint whether it's fluid enough to be mechanical, and just having that just cadence of consistency. It's just strange.
In that case, I will tell the rest of the party my suspicion of, I don't know if this is naturally occurring or mechanical in nature.
I will attempt to see if it's mechanical in nature. I don't know anything about animals or nature, so
Okay, you are trained in mechanics?
I am.
Okay, we'll take it down to 2
It's
purple.
like an engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take it down to 2 purple since you do have training in this.
All right. All right, I'll take it.
As you're closely looking at the audio signal, and you're focusing in and using your enhancements of your armor and your helmet, it doesn't have the consistency of something mechanical. You catch little blips of, little peaks and valleys in the audio signal that make you think like it's very close, but there's differences there.
It's a little inconsistent for a mechanical item, unless the item itself is malfunctioning. But even then, there would still be consistency in a pattern. But there's patterns, but not quite enough. It could be natural,
Oh, we wanted to find out.
or maybe some sort of hybrid between the two. I'm not sure.
Perhaps a geological or biological phenomenon.
Maybe. It would be good to know.
Well,
Walking.
we've come this far.
Yeah.
I say we keep going.
Just in case it is
Committed.
natural or animalistic, let's be quiet.
If I die, Tizo, I'm coming back as a force ghost to hunt you.
Me as well.
I don't know if you all are connected to the Force enough to do that, but sure.
You'll never get enough sleep.
I foresee it happening.
No.
Why are you coming down here if you're foreseeing your death? That's a little
Because
reckless,
I
don't
really
you
want
think?
to haunt you for the rest
She
of
made a good joke. One that I thought of only seconds after. Let's go.
Very good.
A little bit slow on the foresight, Yaska.
Hey,
I should use 4C to see the good jokes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go.
every one of you take a boost.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
Everybody take a boost. That's fantastic role play there. That's
Tizo. Force hunting. Let's go.
And I
Oh,
owe both
like
Dran and
that
Tizo a
Tizo.
boost anyway for their little slapping back and forth with the droids and then the unconscious
yeah, that was
jabs.
great.
No, that was good. I love it.
Wait, are you saying we get 2?
No, you guys
Yeah.
all everybody gets
Okay.
just a boost in general.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's really great role playing tonight. It's fantastic. So you guys continue making your way, and it starts to this natural what you think is natural, but it just curves a little bit awkwardly, and then bends to the right a little bit, and it starts to dip down a little bit in some places. And Raven, as you're coming around this bend and you look down, there are humanoid skeletal remains laying face down on the ground right there in front of you. One arm seems to be kind of extended. The other one seems to be like down like this, just laying there on the ground as it's just sitting there.
Just one or many?
Just one.
Same race as the previous ones? Like
It-
same type of uniform? Or
It is completely picked clean of any flesh.
like full skeleton?
Full skeleton. Yeah.
Alright, well.
Well, this could have been the individual that was dragged down here.
Alright.
So what dragged it?
Oh, I'm assuming the thing we killed.
Unless there's more. And I keep going and be quiet.
The vibration is getting louder. And the
Where is-
audio signal is starting to get to where it's getting a little bit yellow in the mix up there. Instead of green, it's turning yellow a little bit in the top corner of your helmet cam. As you guys continue. It keeps descending a little bit. It gets a little bit rapid. There's a skeletal arm laying to your left. You don't know where the rest of it is. There's a skeletal arm there. Continuing on.
Yep.
Okay.
Quietly,
Okay. Oh, quietly. You guys can make a stealth check if you'd like.
I think at this point Tizo is probably leading the way.
No!
Oh my.
Is there a difficulty on this stealth check?
I would
Yeah.
say just average 2 purple.
Purple. Alright. Oh, hell yes.
Oh, I need to
Okay.
make one too.
Look at that. Nicely done. Oh,
My rolls are just so great tonight, y'all.
okay.
I'll boost Yeska
Okay.
and Doctor because he's pretty messed up, and I will forward the other one to whoever goes next.
Okay. You guys got that?
Yep.
All right. Dran, you do suffer a point of strain as
Okay.
sneaking and trying to keep all of your materials from dangling, and the more of these skeletal remains you pass, the harder it is for you to remain silent.
Yep.
Yeska actually trips on one of the little outcropping areas and kind of
There's a
stumbles
Behind us.
stumbles into, and that's when you notice in front, as he stumbles into the back of Tizo, and they kind of fumble and make a little noise in front of you, Raven. It's weird. It's kind of like you see this small creature like pick its head up,
Oh, Jesus.
and it looks exactly like that thing you just put down, but it's a lot smaller.
Oh
But
no,
it
we
looks-
killed the bomb.
And it looks like it was busy eating something right there, and then it looks like it immediately starts to skitter away, like.
But that's not what's causing the hum. Is it?
That
What
particular
if there's
creature?
like a gazillion
That particular
Yeah.
creature? You're not sure.
Hmm.
I mean, you heard
I
it
don't
skitter
like
away, and then it kind of like crawled up the side of the wall a little bit, and then disappeared behind another outcropping. And it looks like there's a dead body right there that's kind of partially eaten up.
I whisper to Raven, can we keep it?
Where would we keep it?
We have a big enough ship. For now.
Sure, it can stay in your room.
Okay.
Your room
Sure.
only.
It's cute.
Only.
It's cute when it's small.
I wonder how
just,
long
like-
it will stay that way.
I keep going.
Keep going, okay?
Do you guys suppose we've stumbled upon some sort of nest of these things?
I would think so.
Probably.
I reach into my satchel and pull out one of the shaped charges. Do we need an insurance policy?
Yes, good call. Good call.
To put here in the tunnel, that way when we run past we can set off the charge.
I don't think any of us
I
have
appreciate your command of tactics there, Yeska.
Do any of us have like xenology or things on animals?
I do.
Do any of you know anything about like how big of a nest this could potentially be? Like based off the creature's like look?
This type of creature.
Like, do you think it has like, is it like a spider and it makes 100 eggs? Or is it like an alligator and it's like 20 eggs? Like, which is it?
Either
Can I
of those is a
Can
horrifying
I make a
conclusion.
xenology check?
If you have xenology, yeah, you got. I mean, does anybody have?
Tizo is our xenology.
I do, but I'm
expert.
walking forward.
Oh, Tizo's
No,
Tizo's
it
just
was
walking
rapid.
away as you guys are talking.
I'm asking you a question.
Oh, you told me to go ahead, so I was
Just
going.
answer my You can go. Just answer my question.
I don't know what difficulty is this.
This because this is a planet you probably don't have much experience on. It was probably 3 purple dice for you on your
3.
xenology. Yeah, just
Okay.
because xenology
You
checks.
have
I
a
mean,
boost.
I would.
Oh, I have a boost.
I would assume
Yeah,
that's
oh,
the
right,
first
for
time
the
that
next-
you guys have
from-
ever seen that
from
creature,
Raven.
so-
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a boost from Raven.
I forget. Can you boost yourself, or does it have to be another person, another character? Because I had 2 advantages from myself.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I can't remember,
Yeah.
but I think
That's
we've
fine.
always
Go
rolled it.
me.
You had to. I think
To
you
an
always.
other
I think
person.
you had to do it to
I
another
think it's
person. I
different
think.
Okay, I will boost Jessica then with my 2 advantage from my stealth check then.
Okay.
So he
Yeska,
has another-
You have a boost coming
Since
up.
everybody else is being mean to me.
What do you mean? You just got a boost. It's like,
We're being practical.
I am going to use a light side though.
Okay, you got it.
I feel like I'm dealing with a teenager right now.
Yes.
Hmm.
I will boost Jessica again.
Well, it was a good
Oh
try.
my goodness.
Yeah, it's a bug-like creature. Some of them lay a couple eggs. Some of them lay thousands of eggs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They could have a lot of brothers and sisters. They could just have one. I'm going. You said go, so I'm going.
That other one was really big compared to that one. I mean, it might have been the mom or dad or a big brother, or you never know.
I'm just walking forward, doing the like cat thing to.
That one that
No.
skittered off was the size of like a large dog.
Oh.
Hmm.
Here, boy.
No. I'm legitimately making like the cat noises going forward. Just like, come here.
Okay, you just like going for it.
Yeah.
Are
I'm
you,
trying to get it to come to me.
Yeah, the tunnel kind of veers off to the left a little bit, and as it veers off to the left, you feel like it starts to get apparent that there's, I don't know, the smell starts to get worse.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
Like it smells like stale. Like the best example I could give you is like stale swamp water. Like it starts to smell like water that's been sitting for a long
Swamp
Yummy.
water gets worse smelling?
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it can. It can. You throw enough crap in it, man, you can make that
Mhm.
stuff
I'm also
smell
pulling out a
bad.
shape.
Oh, you get a charge out.
Uh-huh.
So you all are
Doctor's got the right
planting-
idea.
Is there like
planting
a
on
spot
both
where
sides of the tunnel.
where the ceiling's low, where we can like plant on the ceiling, kind of have?
Yeah, you could probably look around and find like a low area of ceiling. Like none of this is really. It's not perfectly smooth or carved out. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
this. It definitely looks like a creature that size is probably or several are digging and making these tunnels.
Oh, they're digging.
It appears to look that
May
way
not help then.
when you guys are looking up at the top.
Well, it depends on how fast they can dig.
Can these shape charts be used like grenades?
Well, you have
No.
you have a detonator, right, for them?
Oh,
Yeah.
we do.
Like if I were
yeah.
to throw it into like a swarm and detonate, is that like a grenade?
Yeah, you could do that. They're not. It's just going to whatever way the shape charge lands is in what direction it's going to blast. So if it lands
Okay.
down, it's going to shoot down at
Yeah.
whatever is below it.
I assume that
What if
that
I-
would also
Yeah,
cause
yeah.
significant damage. It's not as if you're safe on one side.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It will still damage you, yes, but it's
Yeah.
definitely going to. It's definitely going to be more directed. It's not going to be a grenade and explode everywhere
Right.
equally.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
it is a backup plan, so I'm holding the contingency plan at the ready with Doctor.
Okay.
'Cause
And
I don't think-
has the doctor placed his charge, or are you still holding yours too?
Still holding it.
Okay.
Okay.
I recommend that if we find some kind of choke point, we apply one of the charges.
To slow them down at least.
Just
so
slow
we
them
don't
down.
have
If they're diggers, they can get through it, I imagine.
to-
I
Maybe enough
mean-
time to get away.
It depends on how fast they can dig. This is solid stone. It's not like they're going to go through it like butter.
Well, if there's 1,000 of them. We'll see.
A thousand blades trying to fit into one square will only fit a few.
That's true. Alright, well, if there is a choke point, I guess that is an option. Let's see what we find. It makes me more nervous. The more smells and dead bodies. It definitely feels like a nest.
Tizo.
All right, Tizo, let's go find you a pet.
Oh, I'm already moving forward.
You're,
He's gone.
Yeah,
If you look
yeah.
around, Tizo is just gone.
Tizo, it does get to a point where it starts to descend a little bit more rapidly. You have to almost like step down at some points where there's like little ridges and outcroppings and things of this cave on the lower floor of it. And then eventually you come around a bend and you just catch as you're going down around with your goggles what it looks like to be the tail ends of 3 of those creatures that are about the same size skitter over the edge of like an opening and then just disappear and descend. Like just as you came around the corner, 3 of them went like roaches.
I will take out. I'm assuming we have some kind of like rations or something. So I'm gonna take out like some jerky, and I'm just gonna go like, come here, come here.
Some Nerf jerky.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come here.
Raven,
Uh-huh.
and all of you. Raven, your audio vibration signal is in the red, and now you guys can audibly hear it now. Like it's like this.
It's a queen or something.
Happening,
migration
and it
season.
sounds close. Like as you're looking where that goes, as you're holding out that jerky, Tizo, as where it goes descends, like it literally sounds like it's coming from beyond that opening, like it may be down.
How far away is that opening from me?
Probably about 60 feet.
Does it seem like it's coming? Like, is it getting louder, faster, and faster, or is it like
It's just a constant.
I'm just gonna slowly move over to the edge,
Okay.
look over.
And immediately upon looking over the edge,
Uh-oh.
you see a horrific sight.
Uh-oh.
About several, I'm going to say probably several hundred feet down, there's a massive chamber here that has tunnels all around. Like you're looking down and you can see tunnels below you. You kind of look to the side. There's tunnels over this way that go around this circular cylinder-like chamber. You look to your left, tunnels there. You can see maybe thousands of these small creatures crawling along the walls,
I
the
knew it.
ceilings, and down on the base, on the floor, you notice that there's a condensed amount of them down on the floor, and they're all doing this with their legs rapidly, like this, breaking up the dirt and rock, and they're using their tentacles to kind of sweep it in a direction, and they're all pushing it into the center where there's this massive pillar beginning to form out of dirt. And eventually, as you're watching up the pillar of the dirt, more of these creatures are emerging and busting out of the dirt. As you can see, they're burying a bunch of eggs. And sitting on top of this giant mound of dirt is the biggest one of these you've seen. And it has flamboyant, like, extra strands, like, sticking out of its back that are blue and green. Like, looks like extra antennae that this thing has. There are a few other larger ones that are milling about this nest that you guys were about the Silhouette 3 size that you guys fought before. Looks like full-size adults, like, moving around. But this is massive. And it looks like the queen is sitting at the top of this dirt pile. And it looks like she's just producing hundreds, thousands of eggs. And the rest of the crew is burying them, keeping them safe, keeping them warm, keeping them protected so that they can be hatched.
Okay, so I'm seeing that. Quick question. Is there any small ones that I could just reach and grab really fast while looking over this edge?
If you wait long enough, it looks like some will come next to you.
Have any of the things down below seen me? Like any of the big ones or the queen?
It doesn't appear that the big ones of the queen are even...
Okay.
They don't even acknowledge you right now, but you're still you're way above them right now.
I am going to just put up a hand to my friends,
okay,
and be like, "Stop!" I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just putting up my hand. You just stop. I'm gonna wait for one of these like small ones to come towards me.
Okay. You look to your right and you see one like just kind of going.
Hold out a piece of jerky.
Okay. It looks towards you. And you see its eyes on the end of its little hammerhead stalks, like blink a few times. It shifts its head to the side, blinks a couple more times, shifts a little slowly closer.
I'm going to slowly take off my cloak while still holding the piece of jerky out to it.
Okay.
And then when it gets close enough, I'm gonna hand it, like, put the jerky on the ground so it like comes over and eats it. And then I'm gonna put the cloak around it, and then I'm gonna take off running.
Okay, it doesn't quite get close enough to you yet when you notice that, like, 3 other ones got your attention as well from climbing on the wall. And they all start going... And they start, like, shimmying a little bit closer to you.
Uh-huh.
Are you still trying to go on with this plan?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to capture one of these, yes.
Okay, I would like you to make... This would be a...
Can you take some conflict for this reckless actions?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
This
yes.
is definitely going to be worth a lot of conflict. Okay, this would be... I guess it would be a brawl check to try to restrain this creature. With your
Can I make a nope check and just leave? Can I make a xenology check to see if I can xenocide these things?
What would be the difficulty on this?
I'm gonna say you're using your cloak. Two 2 purple dice. And you know what? Because I have them, I'm gonna upgrade one because I have all these dark side points.
I was actually gonna upgrade mine too.
Okay,
so
that's fine. Go for it.
You said a brawl check, right?
A brawl, yeah, because this is just you like trying to just wrestle this thing into your cloak.
Is this how Raven feels all the time?
Welcome to my life.
Okay. 3 advantages is pretty significant.
Uh-huh.
You go to grab this thing, and it's quicker than you thought. You didn't anticipate it, and it actually begins to kind of climb on your arm a little bit.
Yeah.
And then starts going, like, making this terrible sound. And all the other ones start echoing that around you. But you have 3 advantages. What do you want those to do?
Can I use those 3 advantages to just take off running and keeping it on my arm?
Why not?
Sure.
Going to die. We are going to die
Okay.
this time, y'all.
I hear this.
This is
and
so much
Oh, yeah.
worse. This is so much worse than falling off of the skyscraper in Cato Nemoidia. This is so much worse. 1,000 times worse. I have a real life fear of caves, and this whole thing is triggering me.
You technically do not have it grappled. It's just kind of crawling on your arm, and it's rather large. Like it's imagine like you're a full-size cat on your arm, like running up your shoulder. And as you run, before within like 4 or 5 of your strides, this thing is already over your shoulder and running down your back.
God dang it.
So what would you like to do? It is fast.
Can I try and capture it again? With my cloak? Or no?
I'll let you try, but it'll be a little bit more difficult.
Okay, I will do that. I'm gonna try and capture it with my cloak again. So that's gonna be how many difficulty?
It'll be 3 purple this time.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I am going to use the light side thing to upgrade.
Okay. I will use the dark side.
Oh no!
To
Michael, just let me
upgrade as well.
capture it!
I originally wasn't going to use one until you flipped.
And I'm assuming this is a brawl check again.
It will be a brawl check. Yep.
No!
Too fast, Tizo.
Pokemon
Too
escaped.
fast. Too fast. And it strains you a little bit. You take a point of strain in the process of trying to get this thing wrestled up.
I grab the doctor and just kind of like whip him around to wherever we came from and go, we have got to get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah. Since I missed it, I'm just like, fine. I just wanted to be friends, and I throw the last piece of jerky at it, and I just blow it up.
Yeah, because now you're starting to hear those screeches echo from all around in here, even some deeper sounding ones, and you can start to feel the whole cave rumble underneath your feet. What do you do?
How tall is this cavern that we're running through, this tunnel?
Probably about 7 or 8 feet.
Okay, it's not that bad. Doctor, shall we charge it up?
Okay, let's do it.
I'm booking it. Like Yeska is done with the cave, and he is just
Okay.
he is getting out of this cave.
Everybody make a quick vigilance check for me, please. 2 purple dice.
And I've got an extra boost for my vigilance, so I'm going to do with 4 boosts.
I was gonna say you have a lot for me.
Oh my gosh,
Dang, Dran.
I am vigilant.
What is happening today?
All right.
What on God's green earth is happening?
Dran and Yeska, take a point of strain, please. As this situation is getting out of control for you guys, as you guys are starting to move quickly. Raven, Dran, and Tizo. You're getting ready to put these charges up. And you're thinking, in Raven especially, the direction that you would be going back in, you do notice that there was other caves that opened up into that main room.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, blowing this cave may make another cave fall down or through, but Tizo would know too. Looking out in there are several cave systems down here.
Okay.
It may
Not
buy
gonna
buy you some time. It may,
No.
but it may not as well. You're not 100% sure.
I'm gonna turn on my jetpack and zoom ahead so I can get to a choke point ahead of the boys and set them up before the boys get there.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Raven. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 conflict points. One because I'm angry about the situation, and one because I'm the first to run, and that really hurts my pride.
Okay.
I will also take a conflict point because this is
sure.
I don't like go in here.
But the rumbling is picking up in intensity, and it starts to, like, you can feel it under your feet as you guys are kind of moving. And Tizo, you got to witness firsthand how fast these creatures are. You guys are worried that if they catch up to you, like if I mean, they're gonna catch you eventually if you guys don't figure out something.
Yeah.
So Tizo, you guys are moving. You're going backtracking. Yeska accidentally kicks one of the skeletal arms that you guys passed coming down there and goes rolling over. And you guys make it to the choke point where Raven is kind of setting up these blast points, and you guys can feel the rumbling behind you. You can hear those creatures making these noises as they're definitely in the tunnel behind you.
Get in here.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's set up, yep, I'm running through.
Okay, running through. Okay, all of them run through. Are you blasting it?
Yes.
Okay, you set off the charge.
And not in the side one. Like once we get past the big chamber into the choke point.
Oh, you want to go continue up where the larger tunnel was?
Yeah, because you said the 3 tunnels entered to like a larger chamber.
A larger chamber.
I
yeah.
want to get past the larger chamber into the next choke point to.
Okay. And you're using your jetpack to get up there and place them?
Yes.
That's good, yeah. So you guys move up, kind of going where you saw those drag marks and that natural place where it looks like that truck-like thing was moving up and down. And you start to go over, and then you guys just run past, and then you just hear it. And you hear the rumble coming down behind you, but you also notice that there are some rocks kind of falling a little bit around you and ahead of you. And Dran, you take a look up, and you can feel the vibrations coming around you all over the place, and you can see some cracks starting to form in the roof above you.
Run faster!
Let's go faster. Let's go faster.
Michael, if I see a rock that's about to like fall on one of my friends or me, I will hold up my hands and like stop it or attempt to stop it with my force move.
Okay.
Or
so
just
you're
like
just preparing for that. You got
can
it.
you instead just
I'm
like
just
almost like create like a kind of like a wedge above us? That way, any rocks will just go off to the side.
No, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. I have to target something.
A force
Fair
shield.
enough.
Yeah, no, that unfortunately does not work like that. That'd be really cool, kid, though.
So you guys are just taking off running. You can hear the rock and the rubble kind of falling behind you. There's a few small rocks that fall, but nothing super big that you would have to, you feel like, Tizo, you'd have to throw your hand up to try to push them out of the way. You guys make your way back up into that large chamber where you saw that truck and some of that damage, and the rumbling starts to settle. And for a moment, you just hear what seems to be like a couple rocks maybe shifting in the distance. But that's all you hear.
You know,
I think we're good. Let's keep going.
there was. You probably don't want to know what was down that pit.
I can
I
imagine.
say we just get out of
I
here.
could hear it.
Wait,
I
yeah, but it was
It's
much
that
worse than
bad?
we thought. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a spider-like situation, wasn't it?
There might have been like a queen.
Yeah.
And there's like a few more of the big ones that we killed. There was like thousands of little small ones.
Right, keep going.
I just start running.
That one was like a little asshole. I just wanted to be friends.
So far, this planet 0 stars.
0 out of 10. Not recommend.
Before we go too far, I mean, we're here to disrupt a mining operation, right?
Oh, I legitimately think we just say this mine is closed and we just leave it to be closed. 'Cause
I don't
no one
think
wants
that
to come
there's
down here.
any mining possible
Nope.
Yeah.
because of these
That
creatures.
was what I
So,
saw. Nope.
There is nothing to shut down. Let's go.
Yeah.
Being that they're diggers, that's not going to stop them if they want to come out.
I mean, is there value in letting them out a little further?
What do you
I
mean?
mean, is drawing
Not
them out
for
to
us.
destroy more of this mine?
I think it's pretty compromised as is, honestly.
Okay.
But what we could do to further people from not coming in is close blast the entrance so no one can get in.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, Raven, there are 2 entrances.
2 entrances,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah, so if you wanted to blast both, I mean, you'd have to go on the opposite sides.
I think Raven wants to blast both.
Okay. All right. So which one would you be starting with?
Whatever one we're exiting out of.
Okay. Because the way you guys are sitting right now, you putting 2 and 2 together within it makes sense that past the truck point, The cave probably goes up, and that's where the other entranceway is.
Mhm.
That one that you passed originally. And then
Yeah.
if you backtrack the way you came and then go out the back way, that was the entrance that you entered into. Because you guys went around the side
Mm.
and then came in that direction.
How did we get here? Like, did we
Speeders.
take?
I'm pretty sure we had.
We took the speeders.
Yeah, you were
Bikes.
given a speeder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do our speeders have guns, right?
Don't think this one did. No.
It's not our bikes. It's
Oh.
actual speeder that we got lent. I
Yeah.
think.
'Cause I was gonna say if we had like the speeder bikes, we could take out one with the charges, whip around with the bikes, and just like shoot.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I could just shoot anyway.
That is also true.
How many of these charges do we have left? That's another question. Do we have enough to close?
How
both?
many
have
did I
one.
need to use? Did I just use one?
It would have probably, to do that big of an opening, it would take at least 2, maybe 3. So I'd say at least 2.
Okay, so I have one left.
I have one.
I was gonna say, 'cause I gave mine to, I think, Raven. So
I gave
or
mine to
someone.
Raven too.
Yeah, so I have one left.
So we have 2 left. So we could probably just close one right now. We'd have to get some more charges to close another one. The other one. So
Do I feel like a disruptor charge, if I shot enough, would do some damage? Like if I did one charge and then shot, and then one charge and shot, like kind of like split them so we could use
Well-
both charges on both entrances?
One thing that you do know, since you have skills in mechanics, is
Mhm.
there is a lot of other mechanical items in this chamber that may be
Mm.
explosive. That you
I will
may
look
be
for
able to
those.
jury rig
Yep.
into explosives to use.
Yes,
And then
Gadgeteer.
we
Yeah.
could like then we
gonna-
could like daisy
I'm gonna
chain.
scrap
Yeah.
some stuff to try and find ways to, so we can use both of the charges on each end, and then like scrap metal, all the other stuff to like boost them.
And you also know that truck probably has a fuel cell on it somewhere or some kind
Oh,
of charge.
perfect.
And you could reverse that or try to, make it to where it explodes as well.
Yes, I will do that.
Yes,
What do I need to do?
please.
So yeah, I mean, what's your jury rigging give you, like, to do stuff like this for your character? Is there anything in particular that you could use that would help you, or does it say you just some it's like once per session you just automatically do it, stuff like that? I just want to check and make sure you don't have anything that could be useful here.
I don't think so. I'm checking. Where's my jury rigging? Because jury rigging is usually like items that we use. It's not well, I guess this is an item we use.
Yeah, you're rigging an explosive. I just want to make sure I give you guys the opportunity to make full use of your toys, all those cool things you got.
It just says I can increase the damage of a weapon, decrease the advantage cost on its critical, or any single effect by minimum 1, increase armor.
Okay.
Doesn't really say anything about like jury rigging like explosives though.
Okay. We'll just
It just-
make just a basic mechanics check with 2 purple dice for me.
Sure. I'm gonna upgrade.
And if anyone wants to assist, they can.
I do have a point in mechanics where I could probably
Okay.
Yeah.
knowledgeably assist.
I'm
Yeah.
not trained in mechanics, so I think I'd just be a hindrance.
I can hand her the right tools.
Yeah.
I just kind of stand, at the ready, to defend them while they're working on this.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take you think probably at least 10 or 15 minutes to try to put something together. It'd be really simple explosive, but
All right.
probably put it together.
Yeah, especially with the truck fuel cell and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're definitely able to do that. Hooking it up really quick. The advantage could be that it even takes a little bit less time than you expected to do it.
Yes,
So,
please.
as you guys put that together, you're probably still going to have to use one of your charges
Okay.
on top of this.
To set it off.
So yeah, but you'll have enough that if you wanted to do it in both locations, you could do it for both doors.
Doctor, do you want to use yours, or should I use my last one?
We'll use mine. It's good
Okay.
if you have one floating around, especially since you can, fly.
And I can also like.
You think if you put that fuel cell in the right spot, somebody could just shoot it and it would overcharge it and just make it go.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that because it feels good to shoot things.
Okay, so Raven, you hook up this, I would say, at the main entryway.
Mm-hmm.
You take a shot at it, no problem. You guys see that the rocks seem to rumble down and it just completely close in this area. All the rest of you being perfectly clear from this. One thing that you do hear from behind you is you hear what sounds like that rumbling that you heard before, but you hear like something blasting out. It sounds like it was coming from that chamber way, way back down there where the skeletal remains were. What do you guys do?
Do you think they got past our,
Yeah, I'm just gonna quicken my
Yes.
pace and make sure I get to the other entrance and close it off.
Perfect. As you guys go down in that
Yeah.
one entrance where you guys veered off and turned around in that corner, you can see along the walls up there above you, those creatures that Tizo was trying to capture are
Mhm.
like skidding around the corner. What do?
Oh, we're inside the cave? I thought we were outside the cave.
Well, you had to blow up the first entryway, right? And then you were coming coming back through to do the second one?
Oh, I was just gonna go around with my jetpack to the other side.
Okay, I assumed you were
Yeah.
exploding it from the inside to make sure
I don't want to be
completely
inside
filled
when
in.
we're exploding things.
Well, because there's a lot of space where you can go back. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So there was that big gap. I should have mapped all this out so you guys could see the locations, but I don't have a map for
I
it.
mean, if you want us in the cave, we're in the cave, and I'm just jetpacking.
Jetpack is quicker than they can run. The rest of your
Yeah.
group, though, they're behind you. What do? Running?
Oh.
I'm gonna pull
running.
out a glow rod and chuck it just to kind of like distract him.
Good idea. Good idea. Yeah. And
I yell out. It's like, look, they did want to come with me.
I'm just like
jetpacks.
shooting blindly behind my back as I'm running.
Think you can tame them all, Tizo?
Actually, a good bit of
very,
them,
very Harrison Ford Han Solo.
Yeah, that's right. Close the blast doors. Open the blast doors.
Open the blast doors.
As you're running back there firing. It's funny. You throw that glow rod into the midst of these, and a bunch of them shriek and like panic away from the bright light of the glow rod.
They're light sensitive.
As
Good
they
to
kind of,
know.
and that like delays that group in the front a lot as you're starting to charge out of the front tunnel. I would say you probably already had the charge ready, and with that one click of the button, you watch as the cave just kind of closes itself in as all those rocks and rubble seem to just roll down off the side of this plateau area and fill up the cave, leaving you guys outside in the clear next to your speeder.
Let's get in the whip and get out of here.
Excellent. So you guys get back in the speeder and begin to, I guess, zoom back to that other cave area, mine area, where Vera Baroya was. Whenever you guys first.
Yep.
Yeah.
As soon as we are within range, let's radio Vera and go. Don't go in the cave. Don't go in the cave.
Mind disrupted.
You get calm back. Don't go. Why not?
Thousands of
Very. Oh yes.
looking
You go ahead,
creatures.
Raven. Yes.
Oh, if you see one, could you capture it for me?
No.
Small
That's
one.
a.
Small one.
Sorry, we're going through a tunnel.
Oh.
That was so good, Jim. Eventually, hearing that, she just basically tells you, "Okay, we'll talk about it when you get here."
Yeah. She just hears like the party arguing over comms. She's like, okay.
It's all you guys just arguing with each other the whole way home. You guys do finally make it back to that plateau area where they've made up base camp, and you can see that a couple of other Mandalorian groups have made it back and are unloading some different supplies and equipment from different speeders and things that look more like trucks and vans, the equivalent of a wide range variety of hover machinery here, vehicles. You guys make your way back, and a lot of people greet you as you step back into the tunnel, and Vera makes her way to greet you and basically looks at all of you and so we don't have a mine.
I don't think
Covered
anyone
in
has
dust from
mine.
explosions. Like
No one has a mine?
Most of the hut operatives, I'd say almost all of them were killed brutally.
Do you know
Not
what
by
a
us.
Lyrak is?
Lyrak? I know there are some hive-like creatures that live on this planet.
Think 6 pointy legs, 2 tentacles, sharp
Those
teeth,
hurt.
and like 2 little eye stalks that go up and around that just want to kill
I
you.
dropped some of the armor we like scrapped
yeah.
off.
Oh yeah.
That sounds
And they're very defensive.
That sounds very horrifying. And
They're
you
kind
said-
of cute,
was.
to be honest.
I'm like covered in my own blood. It was.
Yeah, do we have a
Oh,
med
yeah.
doctor?
Yeah, do we have
Oh, yeah.
a medical officer or something?
We do have some med kits. Yeah, you do look like you need some aid.
Yeah.
He almost went down completely. It was rough.
Okay.
What happened to your blaster?
Oh, the tentacle of the creature lashed. See, it looks a little beat up.
I'll have to fix it later.
You do know you're supposed to kill it, right?
Oh, we killed it.
Oh, it's dead.
Good.
Well, one of
But
them.
but
One
it
of
had
them
maybe 10,000 brothers and sisters.
Right. And a
Oh.
queen.
Well, let's stay away from that cave then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
The hut operatives learned real quick.
Hmm.
I wonder if we have an opportunity here.
How so?
Wonder
Bait
if
them
the-
in?
I think that's exactly what I was thinking. Because
Well,
I have a
Kind
feeling.
of
I have a-
closed the cave.
Well, we had to
Oh.
close the cave.
Yeah, they were coming after us.
But they are diggers.
It was
They're
all-
very capable diggers, yes.
I
there'll
don't.
probably be a new hole soon.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say within 24 hours you'll have a new entrance.
Well, we can.
They also seem to be incredibly sensitive to light.
Nocturnal.
Hmm.
Yes.
Well, we can ponder it and think over on it. I just eventually Timo is going to start retaliating. It'd be nice to have a plan in advance. But
If you could funnel them in there, that would be ideal. There's thousands of them.
perhaps we need to check this area out too, just to make sure. She like looks at a couple of the other Mandalorians that are sitting around and just does like a nod, and they just nod back and then move off to the side deeper into the cave that you guys are standing in.
If you're able to catch one, let me know, please. One of the small ones.
How small?
About this big or so.
Right.
They're very fast though. Be careful.
Oh, Star
Hey.
Jesus.
Aiden, give me my net. Go get that net.
Oh,
It's-
you have an extra one of those?
I mean, yeah, we got some in storage. Do you want a net?
Can I have one? Yeah, I would love that net.
Sure, go ahead and take a net.
Awesome.
There you go.
Cool.
That's dangerous.
You can add a net to your
Cool.
inventory.
I put nest is what I
That's
typed.
gonna be used for some shenanigans.
But yeah, eventually somebody produces a med pack and brings it over to you guys and hands it to you for Duran as well. So I don't know who wants to attempt any medical. If any of you want to attempt any medical
I'll give it a try.
Medical check on Dran. Okay.
All right, let's practice on a
I will
live
help.
cadaver.
Because
Oh,
I will help
assist.
because I have been paying attention to Dran's operations on me. So
Mhm.
Oh, very good.
All right,
Yeah,
what's
so
my difficulty on this?
your difficulty is how hurt are you, Dran?
Oh boy, I am at
Lots
I'm
of hurt.
for 3/4 of my health.
So is that what, 2 purple dice for difficulty, or is that
That's
3?
a really good question.
I can look it up. I just
I think it is.
I think it just depends on how bad you're injured.
2. Yeah, you're right. It's 2. If it's
purple.
more than half, then it's 2 purple.
Okay, so the 2 purple difficulty. You do have a boost because Tizo is assisting. I think you still have a boost saved up from one that I gave you if you'd like to use it.
Absolutely.
So there's that option.
All right, let's see. Let's let the blind guy do some surgery. Okay.
Yeah, you do have one upgrade in difficulty, I believe, because of the blindness. I think I only took off. I think you have 1 upgrade instead of 2, right? Is that what we said?
I thought that was for combat.
Is that only for combat?
Because you said I can
Or was it out of
kind
a
of
certain range?
see. You said I could see within short range,
Okay.
and in combat I have
Oh, because
an upgraded
Sure.
1 upgrade instead of 2.
Okay.
Okay.
oh,
Well.
Okay.
Well.
Henceforth, I'm not allowed to roll. Okay.
The dice have been not. They
don't like you.
They have not been kind to you tonight, Yeska. So
I'm not rolling anymore.
no wounds, but 2 strain.
all right. I was looking
So-
pretty strained, but I'm better.
Yeah. So 2 strain have been healed with that medical check.
I did it
It's progress.
just as
You're
good
learning.
as he does.
So now the bad point about that, the bad situation is that only 1 med pack check can be made per, wounds. So
Oh.
you'll have to wait or find another way to heal. 'Cause there's other ways you could force heal and stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
that's up to you. So you guys have a little bit of a break here as you guys are kind of calmed down and standing here. What would you guys like to do here as you guys are chatting with one another? You guys have an opportunity to do some role play with each other, or you could talk to some of the people here. It's your choice.
Tizo, I feel confused.
Huh?
Why do you want so much to have one of those skittering beasts as a pet?
I just thought they were really cool, and they hurt quite a bit. So I thought it could be a valuable member of our group. I mean, it hurt when you got hit by it.
It did.
Well, what makes you think that you can control such a creature?
I am very good with animals, typically.
Clearly.
And I just think I didn't have enough time. If more time was allocated to me being able to do that, it would have been my friend. I mean, you can't say having one of them on our side wouldn't have been awesome and like super helpful. It can dig. It has knife legs. It has 2 tentacle thingies.
Dangerous, yes. Cool. Eh. But, we've trusted you this far. Just try not to get us killed again.
I never try and get you all killed.
Yes, but it was extremely foolhardy, I think, to try to capture one because it alerted the rest of them to our presence.
But if it was our fate to die or perish in that cave, we would have. But we didn't, because that is not our fate.
I don't think you get to decide what my fate is.
I guess that's true, because technically it's decided for you, but it wasn't fated for us to die there.
I agree. Hopefully, I
Also
die
learn
in a
valuable
more.
information about these.
Hopefully, I die in a less ignominious circumstance.
All right. I think we should take a bit of a rest. Doctor needs some time to heal.
Yep.
And I need a drink.
See how we can further help the Mandalorians here if they still need our help. But let's take a breather. Try and rest.
Okay.
No adopting animals.
Without asking,
We're all
let's just communicate. That's all I'm saying.
So if I did adopt that creature, you all wouldn't have let me keep it? Is that what's happening here?
As long as it doesn't,
As long
soil
as it does not-
the ship.
Yeah, if
Yes.
you adopted that thing and it made a mess of my ship, I
no,
would
it-
yeet it into space.
It would have been a good creature.
Can you confirm that it wouldn't tear up
Oh, of course.
wires and the environment or
Yeah.
get into...
He says, of course.
Of course. I'm a very good trainer.
All right, I will remember you said this. So when you do I'm assuming you will adopt a pet and bring it on our ship.
Uh-huh.
If it makes a mess,
Uh-huh.
not only will you clean it up,
Uh-huh.
but if it does anything to damage our ship, it is
Or
being-
us.
or us, it's right, priorities. And then it gets yeeted into space.
Now, I think we should put more of a descriptor on damaging ship, or you all. Well, I mean, I understand you all, but what do you mean by damaging ship? Like denting the ship, is that damaging, or are you talking about like internal system
Yes, all of
damage?
it.
If it becomes uncontrollable
Uh-huh.
and damages the capabilities of our ship to protect us,
Uh-huh.
fly, navigate, or shoot.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. A dent wouldn't stop any of that.
Right.
I don't think Raven tolerates dents.
Sure.
Small
You know what?
accidents aside.
It dents my ship. You
Huh?
pay for it tenfold. I need an interest
Ooh.
payment.
How much do you think that would be?
Hard to find, so I'm going to charge you a monthly fee.
How much would that be? I only have 350.
Well, we'll discuss it when you find a pet.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You need a damage deposit.
This
Okay.
pet will be your responsibility. You must
Well, of
clean for
course.
it. You must care for it.
Of course.
Take it on spacewalks.
Uh-huh.
If it makes me money, I can't be that mad.
During this whole conversation, all you guys can think about is that horrendous smell from that.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna throw up inside your helmet. All right, I need a drink. Where's Terok?
You hear one of the Mandalorians saying, "They're not back yet."
I'll start without him.
Are they supposed to be back yet?
No.
I don't know.
Tonight? Tomorrow?
I think they were supposed to be back by tonight.
Alright. I'll keep an eye out for them.
So you guys are basically taking the equivalent of a short rest here and just kind of relaxing and getting yourself something to drink.
Long rest if possible for Doctor.
A long rest for Doctor. Okay.
Yeah, I think-
Okay.
You heal what, one wound per day? Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
one
One
Yeah.
per day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Can you force heal?
I could force heal,
When-
I think.
When
'Cause
does
you can do
stim
one. I think the way it works is like you can
It's
stim.
the stim pack.
You
Yeah.
can stim
per
pack.
day?
Well, you can use up to 5 per day, I believe, but the last one
So-
only heals
He's
one.
already done
so-
2.
So if it's the next day and we give him a stim, is that reset to
It
5?
resets every day. Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll let you sleep, and then in the morning we can just stim you.
You know what? I am gonna try to force heal though.
Or
That's a good.
Because you can do one med pack, one force heal, and then stims. Basically, is the how that rule works.
Yeah, because my force heal is for.
They try to make healing a little bit more difficult in this game than some of the other, like where you just sleep it off and then you wake up with full hit points, you know, and you
It's
just
more like the
Yeah.
older
It's
editions
more
of D&D.
yeah.
Yeah.
I almost got decapitated last night, but now I'm fine.
Now I'm just good. Look at me.
I know it's
Look at me.
lava, but I'm fine this
Alright.
I'm
morning.
great. It's
I'm gonna try to call upon the force
I
heal.
got
Oh,
I got
okay.
fantasy nanites.
Oh, so a light side and 2 dark.
Yeah, looking at this.
Because I think you can only spend light side to heal, right? Is that the way it works?
I think I just have to use conflict to heal
flip
if
it.
I.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I think that I can use that one light side to heal my medicine plus my intelligence, which is 8. But it's 7 because it's a stim, and I already, it goes down by 1 every time I use it.
Oh, the force is considered a stim?
I believe
Yeah.
that force healing behaves like a stim, where it's each time it's like one
Each
less.
time it's one
Think.
Okay.
But if this is the first time you're using it, does that
But
mean
I've been stimmed, so it's like.
Okay.
Oh, does
I
it,
get
does
you.
it
I'm just trying to
coincide with your
wheedle-
stims like that? Does it work like that with your stims?
That's my understanding, yeah,
Okay,
that it's
okay.
essentially like a force stim pack.
Okay. So you heal 7?
Yeah,
With
so I'm
force?
actually in great shape if that's, yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Dran, after taking a little bit of time to meditate over on the corner by himself, you guys can
Yeah.
see that his wounds begin to close, and he definitely
Like
does
Baby
not...
Yoda.
Yep, yeah, that's it. That's it. Little bit of a that hum, that rumble and hum kind of protrudes from Dran as he begins to heal. A little bit of a force glow in that side of the chamber.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you guys spend a few hours just kind of relaxing, taking a drink, looking around, keeping a lookout. Raven, you notice as you're looking around, other groups of Mandalorians are returning. It seems as if there's open comm communication going with a lot of other groups. It seems that things are going very well all over the place. One thing you start to notice is your insight tells you that it seems like some of the individuals are getting a little bit on edge, and then you realize that a lot of them are start asking, when's Cad's group coming back? And a lot of people are starting to get to the point now as we're getting to evening time. Cad's group hasn't returned yet.
Bloody hell.
And a lot of
Damn
people
it,
are starting
Kat, it's
to...
always you.
But there hadn't been any like comm communication from the group, so they haven't gotten really any like feedback on what's going on or where they are.
All right, I'll try and find out which direction, like which mine they were sent to.
Okay, so you're just approaching one of the Mandalorians that's working some of the mechanical equipment and radar systems and stuff. And...
Vera.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Okay, I mean you can go to Vera if you want to go directly to Vera.
I'll
You
go
can
to
any-
Vera.
Okay.
I'll go to Vera.
Yeah, she's
See what
like
she says.
she's like standing at the opening here, just kind of staring out, watching the sunset. Just like it's just at the point where it's just getting over the horizon, where it's darkening up the sky, and she's just like standing out there. She got her helmet on, and she's just staring
Mhm.
straight out. Gun strapped on the back of her, on her back, just over a.
I heard the troublemaker's late again.
Yeah, I was just thinking about going out there.
Need company.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about this.
Hmm. That man is gonna owe me so much by the time I'm through with him.
Yeah, he owes a lot of people.
I know. Well, I'll see if any of my members want to come along, but I'll definitely join you See if we can round him up.
Wait, what is
And
that?
I imagine if I can like take a story beat is like as you two turn around, the three of us are already standing there.
Like, head, peeking around the corner.
She looks at you all. Have you all been standing there the entire time?
Pretty much.
Very quiet if I want to be.
I'm impressed. My scanners did not pick you up. She just kind of nods, turns around, and she's like, "What the hell is that?" And she starts to look out towards the horizon a little bit, and it looks like something has a weird orangish glow. And it looks like it's getting closer and closer. And it has a little bit of a trail of like smoke or dust coming from the back of it.
What is that?
A jetpack? A missile?
I don't know. She's like, it's immense heat signature.
How fast does it move?
Yeah, can we gauge
I
how
get behind
fast?
a table.
But you, yeah, you guys are like looking at it. It's hard to see from. It's really far away, but as you kind of zoom in with your helmet and everything and look closer, it looks like maybe a speeder, but it looks like it might be on fire.
Oh, God.
Let's get some snipers into position to prepare for any incoming attack.
Right, good move. Vera like points to a few of the Mandalorians, and they instantly like jetpack up onto some rocky areas and plateau areas, and get to a stationary point. You can see they're pulling out their blaster carbines and rifles and stuff, and just holding them at the ready.
Is that the direction Cad went?
It makes sense for them to come back that way.
Shit. I'll go check it out. I'm gonna start flying to meet them halfway.
Okay,
Jetpack.
jetpack. The rest of you
Mhm.
kind of staying put right there at the.
I misplaced my jetpack, so yes.
Could Raven, take me with you.
No.
Oh, God damn it.
she just leaves you.
He was like trying
Run
to
and
grab
get
her
your leg.
ankle.
Yeah,
He tries to grab her foot or something,
jump
and she just
try
like
and
kicks
grab
him
it, like,
off.
"Aw."
So good. Yeah, jetpacking, you're going pretty quick. Like I said, it is dark, but you're getting closer, and indeed, the closer you get, it is a speeder that is basically part of the engines on the back of it are basically erupting, and the fuel of whatever's in this is just burning up, creating this black smoke from behind it. One of the engines is still kind of keeping this thing moving on the right side of it, but you can see Cad Solus is speeding back towards this area, and it looks like part of his armor is kind of mangled a little bit and missing, but there's no one else in the vehicle with him. It's just him.
All right. I will fly over to him.
Okay, you land on into the speeder.
Yeah.
Ah!
What did you do?
We got jumped. We got messed up.
By who? Hut.
Some of the goons. They got a couple on the inside here.
Where's the rest of the crew?
Wait. Tarok's gone. I don't know.
What do you mean gone?
He's dead.
Fell. Damn it.
The other two, I'm not sure. We all got split apart. They got a village over there. The Hutt's got control of it.
Of the village?
Yes. It houses basically many of the workers for many mines. They've got complete control. We didn't realize how many were involved. You know Tarok, he can get kind of lippy with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like that.
It didn't work out in our favor this time.
Damn it. I'm sorry, Cad.
Yeah, me too.
Let's get you in, get you patched up. and
Yeah, it
we'll-
looks like he took a couple shots to the shoulder,
Mhm.
and there's a looks like pieces of basically this side of his armor are kind of missing and pulled apart. So it looks like in the frantic struggle, it looks like he took a few shots and
Is his arm still intact or is it completely gone?
his arm's intact. Yeah,
Okay.
like it looks like he just got like 2 blaster marks. He took shots. But yeah, he basically drives right up near the place.
Does he know approximately, like he said he wasn't expecting those numbers. What kind of numbers are we talking?
He doesn't, basically in talking, he doesn't know 100% for sure, because it's a village, and he basically looks at you and he's like, there's a bunch of locals that are there, but I don't know, the vibe I was getting from they're all kind of oppressed and being forced into doing all this work for Timo.
All right.
And it's like a network, like they've got a bunch of mines near this village. I think it's called New Mean, and they're running it up there. It's a dump. I mean, it's a ramshackle place. They just got these buildings built out of just random metal and old machinery and things of that nature. It's a thrown together place, but they've got complete control over it.
Okay. I'm gonna come ahead to Vera and give her like the rundown, and as I'm doing it, I'm gonna stim him in his good shoulder.
Oh! Well, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see that the stim medicine actually numbs the pain a little bit. It does definitely make him feel a little bit better as you guys pull in. And Cad gets out. You issue that radio over to Vera, and then you guys make your way back in where Vera is waiting. And you guys are all kind of together. What would you like to do at this point? As I'm assuming that Cad and Raven would basically just give you guys all that same information as they came in.
Mm-hmm.
Cad would go try to find a place to kind of sit down and relax a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
further
When I
medical
calmed ahead, I
attention.
would tell Vera to like set up a med station for him because he's pretty banged up.
Absolutely, yeah. A couple of the other Mandalorians bring him in. They start bandaging up his wounds and start working on him with med packs and things of that nature to ease the pain and to heal him up.
What are you thinking, Vera? Sounds like they have this village in a death grip.
Yeah, sounds like it. But more so if
We lost Tirok.
yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
He was a good man.
He was. I kind of just put my hand on Yaska's shoulder.
Yeska looks to take the last drink in the whatever cup he's holding, but then just kind of like lets his hand fall to his side and lets the cup fall.
They need to pay. They need to pay for this.
They will.
Not just for Tirok, but for those villagers.
I got an idea.
All
I
ears.
was I'll be honest with all of you. I was originally in this for the long game. My reason for coming here was crippling Timo and making him pay up. That way we could carry on with our business. But I got another idea this time. Why don't you let us take care of this village? What about we send you guys to Tatooine and take care of Timo himself?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeska?
As long as I get to kill something. and soon. And I think this is enough for me to take at least 2 more conflict points.
Sure, you got it, man. Take it if you feel appropriate. Yeah. We Mandalorians fight with dignity and honor, and this is not honor. When we are not shown honor, honor is not deserved back in return. This Timo has gone too far. Because no matter how many credits there are, they will not bring all these Mandalorian lives back.
Just be careful not to rise to those challenges too blindly. There is still some sense in discipline, even if it's not honor. Keep your heads about you. I know this sucks, and it hurts, but we gotta stay focused. It can't all be vengeance. Those vengeance is deserved here. But I think you know that. I kind of just side-eyed Yeska. It was more for his benefit, but...
At that point, Vera kind of looks at all of you and says, I think we have a great benefit here because we have something Timo is not expecting. And that's all of you. He knows not of any of you, from my knowledge. He only knows what we're
Before
up to.
this is over, he will.
Raven,
Yes.
you're quite a leader.
I make do with what I've got.
Well, you do really good with holding together what you've got. And she kind of like side glances to the rest of the group.
We all look behind ourselves like,
Yes, because like it's got to be those other Mandos back
Uh-huh.
there.
it's not me, I'm fine.
But she walks over and she gets this long metal crate, and she picks it up by a handle and she starts to walk it over and sets it on this kind of metal makeshift canister off to the side, and she types in a few things on the side and then puts like her fingerprint on this one scanner, and it like beeps and you hear this and it unlocks, and she opens this up, and immediately you see as she opens up this canister, there's a nice foam insert, almost like, imagine like a guitar case or something like that. It looks like something like that. But as she opens this up, you can see there's this metal bar inside there, and it has a spear tip on the end of it. Okay? And she pulls out this thing, and it is a pure Beskar spear that she pulls out of this.
Christy's gonna cry.
And she walks over to you, and she stands it, and she says, "It's been really hard for me to look at this. I'm going to be honest. This was my father's. It came to me whenever he passed.
It's a great honor.
It is. But I can't use it. She kind of puts the butt end of it like next to your foot. and then slowly like moves it into the direction of your hand.
Vera.
Every moment, the memory of my father consumes me too greatly for me to wield this. It would be a great honor for all of us. For me, in particular, for you to take this.
She hesitates for a few seconds before she puts her hand over Vera's,
Mm-hmm.
holding the bar. Then I should do my best to bring honor to your family name then, shouldn't I?
You will.
Then I will.
And she moves her hand. You now have a spear of pure Beskar in your possession.
That's so cool.
What does this mean?
I'll get you stats for it later.
Okay. Please let it be Dex because I suck at strength.
the vibe that you guys are getting is she probably hadn't even taken this thing out of that box since her father's been gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because she doesn't feel like you get the idea like she doesn't feel like she is the leader that her father was.
Mm.
And she also has that, like what she said to Raven, every time she looks at that, the memory of of her father is a little bit overbearing and it weakens her.
It's almost like a PTSD response when she sees it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So despite the whole situation about these things being like a very honorable thing for a Mandalorian to have, she's afraid that it will dishonor her in the long run by weakening her ability to focus. But in the hands of somebody else who doesn't have that attachment,
Right.
could be a very good weapon for somebody to have.
All right.
I guess I could need to give you guys directions.
That would be ideal. Coordinates would be nice for the astrogation checks.
Ever been to Tatooine before?
Always wanted to go.
Ah,
First time for everything.
you must have picked up some of the brochures.
Mm.
It's not an ocean planet, is it?
Mm.
Fortunately, it is not.
I do
One
believe
of
they
these
have
days
to
we'll
mine
find
for
you in a
water
water
there.
planet.
I think it's probably the opposite.
Uh-huh.
Oh, don't tell me there's sand. I hate sand.
Yep, there it
Ooh.
is.
Yes, I think it's
gonna
the-
be
All right, we won't tell you.
Actually, to be honest, I think it's like 100% sand. To be honest, I think I don't think
It's sand all the way down.
it's just sand.
It's all beach, no ocean.
That's-
Wonderful.
We haven't visited any planets at all that Duran would probably
Nope.
really like. Well, this one does have like swampy areas and water on it. Like this planet does have water.
Yeah.
So. But from looking at your map, Ryloth and Tatooine are definitely not far away from each other.
Okay.
And she can give you coordinates for astrogation there, and she can get you right to the city in which Timo the Hutt's palace is located, which is called Mos Shuta. Be MOS, then SHUUTA.
Oh.
Wrong.
Mashuta.
Mashuta. Mm-hmm.
Must shoot.
Do
Is
we
there
know
any
any
remote shooting
information
there?
about this Timo?
Nice.
He is a ruthless crime lord Hutt. Very well versed in black market, underworld type stuff. That was for Yeska / Jim right there. And
What was the last bit? I'm sorry, my audio cut out.
They said that he was a crime lord that was very invested in underworld type stuff.
Oh, so beneath the world.
Yes.
Got it. Technically, yeah.
But basically, she gives you this rundown that Timo runs basically Mos Shuta. The whole city is basically under his thumb in some way. People do live there that are not like associated with him, but he basically controls everything. His palace, everything's in the shadow of his palace, basically, in this city. So, that being said, she says you guys have to be very careful, because any newcomers raise suspicion. Although they do have trading in and out of the place, it doesn't go without people watching and keeping an eye closely on anybody that comes in who might be a little out of place.
Note to self, don't wear my armor.
Well, he does hire Mandalorians.
Oh, he does. That's good to know.
Perhaps we could situate ourselves as potential muscle for hire.
Act like
I'm
we're
a
bounty
bounty
hunters.
hunter.
That's a good idea.
Imagine me as a bounty hunter. Imagine. Oh.
You may want to change your demeanor on that, Dran.
Am I not threatening enough?
Me as bounty hunter.
It's definitely not a job for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Right. Do you need anything else before we head out from us?
No, after I take care of what we need to take care of here, I'll have all I need.
Alright. Alright, boys. Let's load her up. It's gonna take
go.
us... How many days to get to there from here?
It was what, like 7?
7?
Was it 7? How many days did it take you guys to get here in the first place? I think it was like 5.
7 days to Ryloth from
Yeah,
the Lord.
Yeah.
About a week.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take about the same amount of time to Tatooine hyperspace jump.
How far can we communicate to people? Do we have to be within like planetary range to communicate, or can we go like over
We
space?
send them space email.
I mean,
Right.
You could send. I don't think you'd be able to. Well, I can't remember if you can communicate through hyperspace or not. I think you have to be.
Like, has the Empire like seized all the transmitters or anything? Or
I don't know. When
Okay,
was there a
Movies like they're able to send like hollow.
Yeah, hologram.
Clowns,
Yeah,
like,
and people
They
are
can
calling
they can do
you.
that anywhere in the galaxy.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think you could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would exchange information
Just
with
got a
the
good
Bureau
Wi-Fi
so we
hookup.
can keep each other updated.
I'll have to double check and look if it's like, because I know in hyperspace you can't be tracked or traced in hyperspace.
Right.
But I don't know about like communication wise while you're in hyperspace. I don't know if the comms work like that.
I imagine that comms don't work in hyperspace.
In
for the
hyperspace,
same
but once we
reasons,
get out
but I
of
think once we
hyperspace.
get out
Yeah.
of hyperspace, we'd be able to comm.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you guys
Then
have
yeah.
Vera's information. Yeska definitely has Vera's information.
We'll stay in contact, keep you updated. Vice versa. Let us know if you do need help. We'll come back.
Okay. I think we have.
I think you got it, but
I
just
think we
you
have
know.
enough muscle here. We'll be able to take this.
Yeah.
But if they overwhelmed Cad and Tarok, then I know that they are Well, they at least have the numbers. I wouldn't say they were formidable opponents, but they at least have the numbers.
Yeah.
But once everybody returns this evening, we'll definitely have the up and up on them.
All right. We'll be in touch then. Stay safe, Vera.
You too. Be careful.
Let's go,
And,
boys.
And, whenever it's time to say goodbye, I will go over to Vera, and I have been practicing and learning, bits of Mandoa whenever I'm hanging out with Tarok.
Okay.
And so in Mandoa, I'll just kind of say personally to her, fight well, and I'll see you later. Good hunting. And then I'm gonna take my hands on her shoulders and do what I have researched and what Yeska has learned is called a Keldabe kiss, in which I bonk my forehead against the forehead of her helmet. Which is like a Mando sign of affection.
No.
Nice.
And
Nice. Okay.
I hide it.
Would you say hide it?
Yeah, it shook me a little bit to bonk my head against
Okay.
an impenetrable helmet.
Yeah.
But I tried not to show it.
Okay. After that, you back away just a little bit. She actually removes her helmet, and her hair kind of flows back down her back a little bit off the end, and she looks directly into your eyes. And in Mandoa is she asks the question, "You can see me." But then, she also responds. Yeah, within this, she also responds, almost answering her own question. Is I know you can see me. And then in Mandoa says, "Be safe. Return to me."
I will. And I turn and go up the ramp into the Phoenix.
As you watching her, you're walking up and get to that point where your eyes kind of just move up into the ramp and you can just see your feet. She slowly kind of just watches you go and then watches that ramp kind of, and she reaches down and grabs her helmet and she actually starts to slowly put it back up over her head and watches as, well, it wouldn't be the Phoenix because you guys have to go back to the
spaceport.
To pick up the Phoenix.
Oh, right. So I don't get in the Phoenix. I get in the speeder.
Yep. And she slowly
and very coolly don't look around and look back.
Oh, you're just looking ahead, not even looking back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on mission.
All right. Any of you have anything that you guys are doing, or are you just getting prepared? Anything you guys are taking last minute? What are you doing, Tizo? You got a smile on your face like you're up to something.
Uh-oh.
I'm assuming I'm in the back with Yeska of the speeder, and I'm just kind of I elbow him a little bit on the side. So I'll
put an arm around his shoulder and kind of give him a kind of a rough warrior kind of a shake.
I'll whisper to him, "I see you're trying to tame something also."
And I'll just kind of shake my head at his young naivete and go, "Some things cannot be tamed."
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, the words of wisdom finally unheard.
and as this smoke cloud leaves from the back of the speeder into the darkness, that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode of Star Wars: The Force and Destiny. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Wow.